Next up, we have persistent cyber improvement.
All right. Hello. You didn't think this event would get hacked, but here I am. And I have a message for you. Don't listen to Richard Harknett and his persistent cyber improvement stuff. You are getting in my way.
All right, you need to move on. Anyways, folks, I do want you to listen to me because we're on a mission to make this country more secure. And it's a mission that I'd like you to join us in. I've been researching cyber insecurity for the past 34 years. It is a problem that needs to be fixed. And through the research here at the University of Cincinnati, we've actually figured out why we were failing. And we've set about trying to bring that fix. So the US government took notice and invited me to go on loan to US Cyber Command. And I went there, and during my time, we actually changed national cyber strategy and developed a new military doctrine called persistent engagement. We literally wrote a new playbook with two colleagues that were at the command on how to secure cyberspace. It's a playbook that has now actually been adopted by governments and militaries around the world. But we've got a problem. Outside of national security circles, my hacker friend over there is still having a field day, stealing IP, taking down organizations, running away with data. This, despite the fact that we've got a pretty large cybersecurity training market that's making a lot of money, but they're making money on wrong assumptions and applying that and producing wrong strategies. So just give me a quick show of hands. How many of you had to sit through a 30-minute compliance video on cybersecurity? Okay. Give me another show of hands. How many of you, after watching that video, turned to a colleague and said, man, that was great. I can't wait to do that again? None of you. All right? Therein lies the problem. We are not only teaching the wrong stuff, but we're boring the hell out of the employees when we try to teach them. Listen, cybersecurity is a team sport that has to be played in a competitive environment. You only win in competitive environments if you train to play in a competitive environment. So persistent cyber improvement, the paradigm is actually in the name, is going to bring this strategy and the research that we've done to the whole of organization, to the enterprise. How are we going to do that? Well, we've developed a digitized cyber exercise as our first main product. And it does three things that you don't find in the market right now. First, it educates employees about cyber education through competition. You actually play each other, and you get rewarded for good decisions, and you feel the consequences of bad ones. If you feel something, if you gain emotional connection to it, you learn and retain much better. The second thing that it does, it rewards proactive thinking. That's what our strategy at the national level is based on. So we need to bring that to the organization. We need to position people to think and anticipate threat, not react to it. The third thing it does is it positions the individual not in isolation, but as a contributor to the entire team, to the entire organization. So how are we going to go about doing this? This has an interface that enables you to schedule the game as a business meeting. You all sit in meetings all the time, right? And it's not about core business practices, but cyber has to become a core business practice. And what we have found is that this game is something that you can schedule. People are going to want to play it, and they're going to want to play it again and again. How do we know that? For over a year, we have been playing an analog version of this, literally card game play, right? And we've tested it with audiences that are no cyber experience whatsoever, and those, actually I brought in the commander of US Cyber National Mission Force. And at the end of the exercise, he turned to me, he said, Richard, he goes, do we got a few more minutes? Can we do that again? Understand what happened there, right? Like, this is one of the most experienced cyber operators in the entire world, and we had him thinking. There's no compliance video that actually gets that outcome for you. So listen, we are in a pretty strong position. We have grant money to produce the product. We're going to be able to test it, digitize it, take it to focus groups. And in fact, we have a cyber training environment right now run through the University of Cincinnati that has 23,000 public employees in Ohio. They will be playing this digitized game. So what we need is investment to stand up PCI to take this to the rest of the country, to sell this to 49 other states and local governments. Why are we starting at the local government level first before private sector? First, they're super vulnerable. And second, they're waking up to that vulnerability. So last year, there were 99 cybersecurity laws passed at the state level. I understand that regulatory environment, and it is ripe for a change. Listen, we have the behavioral science behind us. We have militaries practicing this around the world, and we have a passion about this mission to make us more secure. So my hacker friend over there wants to steal money that should be going to building schools and hospitals. We want to take PCI and make sure that villages, townships, cities across this country succeed, and she fails. Thank you very much.